like stone. Perfection weighs more than steel. The sky lowers itself, claiming all space as obedience. Saiyan Shan does not attack. He imposes, and the field bends, a borrowed divinity. Worth thinking and
Nothing is allowed to
cycles choke inside frozen mercy. This is not transcendence, this is retention. A paradise that refuses endings. A mountain built from stolen conclusion. Callum descended. Heat of retention. Magnetism. The pressure tightens. Existence slows. Knees fail without falling. Breath becomes permission. Shan Shan expands as false sky. Expecting collapse, expecting worship, expecting Wu to yield to gravity. He stands, and the pressure learns resistance. The borrowed heaven hesitates. Its perfection trembles at the presence that does not kneel. Non-finis. Non-Venus. Cracks form where none should exist. Life fractures under its own weight. The sky cannot justify itself. The mountain groans internally. Retention strains against continuity. What was stolen begins to rot under the gaze that does not consent. This heaven was never alive. This eternity never breathed. It only delayed the inevitable, calling delay salvation, calling storage peace, calling stagnation supreme. Kylo, full soul. Anthony Surruptor. The weight falters, perfection loses silence. Shan Shan feels the first fracture, not in stone but in legitimacy. The heaven still stands, but it no longer convinces. The field holds its breath. The illusion holds its form. But something essential has shifted. The sky descended too far and cannot rise unchanged. Fissura prima. Kalum titubat. What descends without right will crack under presence, and this is only the first fracture. It fractures layer by layer. The weight turns inward. What was stacked without passage begins to reject itself. Life collides with life. Death collides with death. Retention devours its own spine. Sword endings rot. Frozen beginnings scream. The paradise tightens until mercy becomes pressure. Shen strains to hold the mass, but the mass no longer obeys. The sky groans, not alive, but structurally. Mons Vengetor, Kelim deficit. Cracks spread through stolen eternity. Light peels away from itself. The perfect surface splits, revealing weight beneath radiance. This was never harmony, only balance forced by denial, only silence achieved by suffocation. Who steps forward, and the mountain recoils. Not struck, not challenged, but invalidated. The false heaven loses authority. The ground remembers gravity, and the stored dead begin to move. Non caelum, non salus, non finis. Inside the fracture, water reflects what was hidden. A sphere forms, smooth, cold, unforgiving. Within it, bodies drift, venerables, ancients, supremes, all dead. Arkansas. but it leaks reality. The sky still shines, but it fractures meaning. The error is no longer hidden. The core is no longer silent. And Jay and Shen begins to understand. Mons Candidate. The mountain remains, but it is hollow. The paradise remains, but it is exposed. What was built to never release now breaks from within. And this is not the end, only the exposure. Collapses inward, and the impact is already here. No distance, no warning, no recovery of breath. Motion collides as mass without ending. Wu answers as presence without delay. And again. Hey mate, the blow inside the blow. Bone answers wait, will answers inertia. Each strike lands, and nothing concludes. Impact stacks without resolution. Bodies break. forgets how to finish. This is the domain of motion, where ending has no permission. Non-resolution. Every collision teaches the same truth. Persistence is not victory. Endurance is not supremacy. What cannot stop cannot prevail. And the blows keep coming. Persistent pain. The collision does not end. It multiplies. Strike against strike. Mass against presence. The post-immortal body holds, but it learns resistance. And this battle begins without mercy. Without pause. Without conclusion. Does not answer. The field does not yield. Every strike lands and refuses conclusion. Blood opens but does not spill meaning. Bones shatter but do not finish. This ground denies consequence.
Motion stands as refusal made mad.
Neither advancing nor retreating. Persistence without direction. Pressure without intent. Here wounds are delays. Here pain is storage. Here nothing is strikes again. And again. And that repeats itself, but reality forgets how to close. Every blow teaches stagnation. Every answer is postponed. This is not defense. This is denial of closure. Flesh hangs between states, neither broken nor whole. The battlefield rots in suspension. Momentum collapses into way. The future stalls. The past refuses burial. Only the present remains. Endless. Nulla clausura. No los fines. Motion does not overpower. He exhausts, he erodes outcome itself. Victory decays before arrival. Defeat never arrives. The strike is eternal. The moment never moves forward. Feels the failure of force, not weakness, but limitation. Destruction alone cannot authorize an end. Persistence laughs at damage, and the field tightens. Persistent sign and fine. Irrestableless. Resolution is forbidden. The consequences are needed. The battlefield rejects verdict. The fight becomes storage of violence, and Wu understands. This is not a battle to win. This is a condition to break. The field remains closed. The blows continue. The body persists. The end is denied, and something deeper must be invoked. stands as refusal, a mass without verdict, a continuation without right, and the sounds tight. Es finis, auctoritas, clausura. Wu steps inside persistence, not to break it, but to name it. What has no ending has no supremacy. What cannot conclude cannot remain. The law shifts not by rule, by presence. Motion trembles, not in fear, but in legitimacy. The field fractures internally. The refusal loses claim. Continuation collapses into question, and the answer arrives. Non est infinitum, sine fine iusto. Wu does not kill. Wu grants closure. The right to end descends like a sentence without appeal. Persistence bows, not to power, but to qualification. The body yields, the field releases. What was stored disperses. What was delayed resolves. Motion is not destroyed. He is concluded. Finis, consensus. Error, salutus. The battlefield empties, the pressure lifts, the refusal dissolves. The end stands, authorized and nothing